appears that one of the very final turning points in the very fractured relationship between His Majesty the King and his youngest son, Prince Harry, was truly this. As ever, let me tell you more. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Very frosty start for the day. Winter is definitely now on its way. We're being told, I know I told you this the other day, but now apparently snow is coming. Don't like snow, do you? All very nice if you're toasty warm, do you know what I mean? A hot water bottle, a hot drink, bit of a fire going, a decent film on the telly, and you can drop off. If you've got to go out and go to work, not a great thing, is it? And do you agree as well? You know, when snow turns to slush, that gets on my nerves because the white thing goes round your shoes. You can't get it off, can you? You know a trick? Well, share it with everybody then. Yeah, blokes will know what I mean. On black shoes, it never comes off. Endless polish, doesn't matter what you do. I know I'm wittering on, aren't I? Back as ever. Don't agree with me. Back as ever to your breaking world story of the day. Now, this is a rather serious and very sad story, in fact, because it all centres upon the fact that, as we know, His Majesty the King has now a very fractious relationship with his youngest son, Prince Harry, and according to a very good source, doesn't really have any contact with him. The only way that they can contact each other is through email, and this is because Prince Harry keeps changing his phone number. Not quite sure why that is, do you? But again, I think it's fascinating to know that they had such a strong bond, and seemingly very quickly it's all diminished. But the bigger problem for Harry, and as ever we've told you before, he's a hothead, you know. He wants his own way on many, many things. And when he doesn't get his own way, as we famously heard with the line, whatever Meghan wants, Meghan gets, well, even the Queen finally had to stamp down her tiara and say no. But obviously, Prince Charles, or His Majesty the King, really struggles with this. But there was one occasion earlier this year where seemingly he decided that he wanted his own way, and this was the turning point in Prince Harry. You will recall that when Harry and Meghan came over here for the state funeral of our late and wonderful Queen Elizabeth II, His Majesty the King decided that the best way forward would be to organise an informal dinner at Windsor Castle, just, you know, a slight buffet, that sort of stuff, which, of course, the new Prince of Wales, Prince William, would attend, and Prince Harry. And as you can imagine, Charles thought, this is a great way, just all three of us together, let's bat this out, iron this. And then the phone call came that Harry wished to bring along Meghan Markle, the cable TV actress, and of course, Harry's wife. Now, Charles very diplomatically, according to a very good source, tried to explain that, look, it's just a men's dinner, you know, boys' dinner, all very jovial, all that sort of stuff. But according to that source, Harry was having none of it. He wanted his wife there and said he only felt secure with her in his presence. And as ever, we have to say allegedly. As you can imagine, this didn't go down particularly well with our brand new king. After all, it's not really the point, is it, to argue with the king, even if he is your father. And let's not forget that Catherine, the Princess of Wales, obviously may have wanted to attend that informal dinner, but decided that this was a good opportunity for all three of them to iron out their problems. And obviously she was more than happy to stay at home. And this truly was a turning point, according to that source, because, you know, King Charles just couldn't believe that there he was. His son was literally down the road and they could have patched things up, at least chatted things through. But according to that source, Harry was simply not budging, didn't want to know. Unless Meghan could come to the dinner, then there was a no-go, a no-show. And that is truly the turning point in that particular relationship. And as I've said many times before, it's strange, isn't it? Because in normal families, perhaps, you know, Charles should have stormed down to Frogmore Cottage, had a word and said his piece. But then again, with the two ex-royals, would that have appeared in their docu-reality TV series? You have to be very careful, particularly in a man of his position. So truly, that's where they're at. And as I know now, you can understand exactly why King Charles is exasperated with his youngest son, Prince Harry. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.